So my name's Karen O'Neill. I am originally from Liverpool, but I'm now based in Huddersfield in West Yorkshire. And I am on the Clore Fellowship supported by the Gatsby Charitable Foundation. My leadership journey to date has been mainly in theatre, which is where I really love being, to be honest. And it's been a journey starting out at the bottom and really working my way up through the organisations. I've worked in the commercial sector, the subsidised sector. I've worked for smaller community-based theatres as well. So it's been a real leadership journey of sort of climbing that ladder, but also learning lots on the way and learning lots of different skills that have really helped me form who I want to be as in a more senior role. Yeah, so now I am the Deputy Director of the Lawrence Batley Theatre, which is a really exciting venue based in West Yorkshire. We are a middle-scale theatre with a really strong community engagement programme, a really strong receiving programme, and in addition to that, we have just started producing our own work, telling stories about our local area and making those stories part of the dialogue that we're having with our communities, which is really exciting. So it's a really interesting organisation to be part of. I applied for the Clore Fellowship really because I'd heard other people talk about it and it had been such an amazing experience for them. And I really felt that I was personally ready for that experience and I was ready to sort of take those next steps in leadership. I felt like I'd been in a position for a while where I'd wanted to discover more about what leadership means in the cultural sector, but also to really understand my own potential as a leader. I'm really inspired by artists, so I'm not an artist myself, not professionally anyway, and I'm really inspired by other people's work, and I'm really inspired about bringing arts and creative and cultural practice to all areas of the community, but also for providing access for people to be part of creative practice and discover their own creative practice. I'm really passionate about the north of England and the power that the north has within the country. And I'm really, really, really inspired by the communities that we work with and the areas that we work in and the stories that are there, which are so exciting to sort of uncover and discover what is going on. And I think it's interesting in the Northern Powerhouse, those unheard voices that we just take for granted, that we've heard all those stories or we understand what being part of the North is in England. And I think we're not really quite there yet. It's a rich landscape and it's a fabric of experiences and knowledge and cultural identities that are really exciting to discover in both in a creative format, but also in a way that help people reflect on their own lives and their own experiences and their own place, a sense of place where they are. The change I would really like to bring to the cultural sector is that I would like for cultural organisations to be more empowered within society. I'm really a strong believer that without cultural organisations and artists, that our society is really not where it should be or how we should want it to be. And I'm really concerned that the voice of artists, particularly in the voice of cultural institutions, has been so dampened down and lessened, that I'm really passionate about being back in those forefront of those decision-making areas, and for artists and our cultural organisations to be seen as powerhouses of towns and cities, and to be seen as the place where society starts and the place where it can be reflected back and the place where it can be questioned and discovered. And I'm really interested in how we can bring politics and culture together in order to make good social change. I hope to get on my Clore Fellowship, and this sounds really obvious, but I really just want to realise my own potential as a leader. I want to realise that what I'm capable of doing within the cultural sector and building myself a toolkit of leadership that I can use to both empower myself and the organisations I work with, but also artists that I work with, and pass that learning on to other people. I really would like to get from Clore a sense of understanding what leadership can be and where it should be best placed within cultural organisations. I feel extremely nervous about the year ahead. It's such a huge open door and there's nothing on the other side of that door yet. It's all unknown, it's unplanned, it's unseen. And it's such a luxury and a privilege to have that time to really look at yourself and your own leadership skills and make some decisions that are quite selfish for yourself as a leader. And I think that's what I'm finding quite nervous, but also quite exciting at the same time. I'm really interested in the secondment. I'm getting under the skin of other cultural organisations. I think will be really, really exciting.